40-yard line.
Lucky 56. Leopard. All right, here we go. 319.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15. First down, it's Rosen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-9.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
What you got? Huh? What you got? Huh? Leopard! No. Check. Patriot! Watch it now, Barney! Switch!
On second down, here's Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Leopard!
Now Rosen on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Here we go. 3-19.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. They're hauling it in, Nelson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Rosen to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And Dawson's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, it's gone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got 4. You got Oklahoma. We go 76, 76, Super 66.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Out of the gun, Goff. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
DC.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Got it complete to Crabtree. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They pitch it out to Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Rosen. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Rosen looking to throw. Caught left side to Crabtree. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now it's Rosen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
14.
Back to throw, Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney, gun, 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 gun. Hot, hot.
On second down, Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Leopard, Leopard. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Gun, gun. Hey, boys, got four down. Gun, 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 gun. 35's the mic.
And now it's Rosen looking. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now gone. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Maverick, Maverick. Hey, 17. Out we go.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
We're good. We're good.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. Escapes the defender. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have tied the game with the extra point to come.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
A very solid gain of 27. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
No, check. Patriot. Under 10. Back 99, Philly, here we go. Kill. Turn up.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And it's caught by Crabtree. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I got it.
To throw is Rosen. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Airing one deep for Crabtree. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He was looking for Crabtree that time. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Yes, sir.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Louis, 20.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On first and goal, Gurley hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They come out here in the eye. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught right side, Gresham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Rosen will throw. And he's got Gresham. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
On second down, here's Rosen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Here's Rosen. It finds Crabtree for the completion. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nickel Roby brings him down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Watch it now, Barney!
On second down, Rosen. And this one is incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
No. Check. Patriot. Win the rep. Let's go right here. Gun.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
76. Yes, sir.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down, here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Woods. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Gurley again here on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
To throw is Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Rams on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes this third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Listen.
Goff now looking to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here's Johnny Hecker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now it's Peterson. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aaron Donald in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Gun! 19! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw. And Gresham has it left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Throwing now is Rosen. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Rosen. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Here's Rosen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On first down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Rams, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the